If I get fired, all you clowns getting fired too, Greeny. That's exactly what he's saying. Let me tell you, that is truth. You better believe that. You understand when that head coach goes, there's going to be a whole other crew comes in. They're going to be looking for their players, their type of players, their guys, all those things. That adage is as real as it gets, and Matt Nagy was putting everybody on notice, baby. When and if I go down, all y'all going with me. I ain't going solo.
You know, so Greg, I will admit that as I listened to it, I thought to myself, maybe the time for that speech that you sort of pulled out of the coach's speech handbook was before you got humiliated on national television against your arch rival. At some point before you've lost 5 consecutive games. It rang a little cold with me. What'd you think of it?
True.
Look, I think he's desperate. I mean, what else do you want him to say? I mean, he has right now a roster, especially on the offensive side, that is the worst in the NFL. We have a situation in which you have a quarterback conundrum, and I call it that because there's no other appropriate term, because neither guy's the answer. You have an offensive line that can't block anything. They literally can't block out the sun on the beach. And then you have running game right now. Like Montgomery, I kind of like him, but he's kind of a workhorse, and he's getting 11 carries. Then you have a receiving core where your best receiver would be the 4th best receiver on the Dallas Cowboys. And then, hey, just in case you want to mix it all up, let's throw Cordero Patterson in at running back. They'll never know what's going to come when we do that. So they have all types of issues, and it's not about the coaching as much as it is about the personnel. Their personnel is just downright bad. And there's only so much you can do at the head coaching spot or at both coordinators when you have personnel that's just this far below what's necessary to be successful in the league.
All right, I'm in on all of that. So, Graziano, let me turn to you. So everyone talks about this being it for Trubisky. People are now starting to talk about it being it for Matt Nagy. The person who put all of this together that Greg, I think, is correctly pointing to is the general manager, Ryan Pace. What do we expect from the offseason in Chicago? Dan?
Yeah, it's still early to say, but I think it's fair to say both of those seats are hot, right? Nagy as head coach and Ryan Pace as the GM. The Trubisky pick obviously falls on Ryan Pace. I mean, this was a draft that had Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes in it, and he traded up a pick to take Trubisky ahead of both of those guys. He's got to wear that. Will he get a chance to fix it and pick the new quarterback? That's for Bears ownership to decide. But you can hear in Matt Nagy's voice. I'm from South Jersey. I know the accent, the Philly accent, right? I'm listening to Matt Nagy, and I'm thinking, this could be a radio caller in Philadelphia complaining about the Eagles. Like, it just sounds like he has no idea what to make of the whole thing. That's a really bad situation for a head coach to be in at this point in the season.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.